Hiya, my name's Andy, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm diving into the second episode of the second season of Sense8. Now the last episode was obviously quite a long one, it was basically movie length. And we had quite a lot of stuff happen to each of the characters. Well, some more than others, I suppose. But just to kind of give a bit of a rundown on where everybody is at the moment, we've got Will, who is with Riley somewhere. I'm guessing it's still Iceland, but I'm not actually 100% sure on that. And Will has obviously had eye contact with Whispers, which happened at the end of season 1. So he's not in a good way. He's having to kind of limit his visiting because he doesn't want to expose the entire cluster. And Riley is basically giving him heroin to help, which is not obviously good at all. So there's that. We've got Wolfgang, who feels, I feel like he's in a bit of a situation with territory in Berlin at the moment, like with all the gangs and stuff, because he's obviously killed his uncle. That's left space for somebody to take that over. And I'm not quite sure if Wolfgang is going to start running that or if he's just wants out completely. But one of the other guys, like one of the other gang leaders, I believe, tried to kill him in the last episode. Or at least beat the shit out of him. I'm not sure if he was actually trying to kill him. I think he was actually, because they were shooting, so that would suggest that they're trying to end his life. But that's a storyline I'm not 100% sure I've really got everything. I mean, it may just simply be, like I said, that Wolfgang needs to be taken out, or that's what this gang leader is thinking, that he needs to be taken out so that he can then claim his part of the territory. But yeah, there's that going on for him. We've also got Sun, who is still in prison, but she's now out of solitary confinement, which is brilliant. Her brother is obviously just an asshole, and I'm hoping she's going to get out somehow and kill him, because that would be great, please, thank you. Carla has married her fiancé, and they're kind of making a go of things. I think Carla's kind of resigned herself to being married to him, but she's obviously very, very kind of attached to Wolfgang, so that's obviously going to go tits up, I expect, at some point, like the marriage. Which is a shame, because I think the husband now, I didn't like him at first because he just seemed too nice, but now I actually think he is just a very genuine guy. But yeah, so there's that, and then we've got Nomi, who is still on the run. She and Amanita are currently living with Bug, which is lovely. Then we've got Capheus, who actually seems to be doing quite well at the moment. He's obviously got a few qualms about kind of taking the bus from the one guy who I can never remember his name. Kabaka, I think his name is? Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Kabaka. He's given him a bus to replace the old Van Damme that broke down or exploded in the last episode. And Capheus was a little bit kind of iffy about taking it, obviously because of where the money came from. But I actually think Kabaka is genuinely trying to change. I mean, I don't know if he's going to get out of the business that he's in entirely, but I feel like at least with regards to Capheus, I feel like he really does genuinely appreciate what he did for him and his daughter, so that seems to be really good at the moment. And then we've got Leto, who had everything, like the photos from the last season got leaked in the last episode. Didn't go down very well. He basically lost his apartment and everything in it. And it doesn't look like he's got a career anymore. But they went and stayed at Danny's house and went to see Leto's mum, like after it all came out and was in the tabloids and stuff. And Leto's mum was lovely and was just really accepting of him and Hermando and Danny as well. So that was just a really lovely scene. But yeah, I think that's literally where everybody is at the moment. I don't really know where the season's going to go. I can imagine that Whispers is probably going to have quite a big role, as in just them trying to avoid him at this point. So yeah, I think probably the best thing to do is to jump in. because I have been talking for far too long in this intro. Before we do though, just a reminder that if you are into full-length reactions or you want to get early access to edited videos, you can find the link to my Patreon in the description below. Over there you'll find everything that I've got on the channel, so if that's something that interests you, go check it out. Otherwise, let's jump into this. This is Sense8, Season 2, Episode 2. God.
Being able to attend, we had an urgent matter in Beijing.
Is he hearing what Whispers is hearing? Or is Whispers... Oh.
What's happening? Bad things.
Is this what he did to the guy that was in the hospital that shot himself? But is this how he controlled him?
It's all my fault.
But if the neurograft works, what will they do with it?
They are afraid of us. I believe this will help them be less afraid.
Oh God.
You trust me, don't you?
Oh Jesus.
You have to stop it.
Neurograft. Oh, he's got a thing on his head.
Enough! I've seen enough!
Shit.
I think... what? I am just considering another perspective.
You have to go.
This is a very pink house. Or room, at least.
Tell him he has to go, please.
Wait, what? You're not coming?
I don't think that this is the right thing to do.
It's so the right thing.
Every premiere, you just stay home. Not this time.
You're coming.
This is what you always wanted.
Why do I have this little voice inside my head saying, be careful what you wish for?
Oh.
Where can we find the man they call Van Damme?
You sure not Dylan?
Van Damme.
Lito Rodriguez, would you care to comment on the scandalous photos of you that recently went viral on the internet?
So you're the famous Van Damme.
I am. My name is Cafius.
Are you denying the photos are real?
I did not say that.
So are you a homosexual?
Can you explain to me why it matters?
You're lying to them. They have the right to know.
Have you ever seen Lionheart?
No, I don't watch movies like that.
Are they gonna switch?
Is this your lover then? Sorry, I didn't recognize him with his clothes on.
Wow.
You know what your problem
I
is?
don't have a problem. I just want to understand.
No, you're just a fucking asshole.
I'm not trying to understand anything.
Because labels are the opposite of understanding.
But Van Damme is white.
Yes.
God, that made me so angry.
What does courage have to do with...
The color of a man's skin.
I was just a little kid who loved movies. And the heroes I watched made me feel like I was
Braver than I was. They made me feel that I could do things that
made me believe I could do things that
I didn't think
I think I could do. And that driver is not the same person you see standing here.
And who is standing here?
Who am I?
Who am I? Guess who I am is
Exactly the same as who you are.
not better than,
Not less than.
because there is no one who has been, will never be
Exactly the same as either you or me.
Zakia.
What?
My name is Zakia.
A man must never be judged by the length of his garb or the size of his fortune.
In the end, we'll all be judged by the courage of our hearts.
Is everyone laughing? Dickheads. That was a really nice moment and now I'm angry again.
Uh-oh.
Look, I feel like I owe you an apology.
Oh, no, not at all.
I haven't been able to stop thinking about what you said and how it applied to my own life. You spoke so beautifully.
Words aren't usually my strong suit.
Would you like to grab a bite?
Hell yes, he would.
Oh god, what's gonna happen here?
A swimming pool?
I'm afraid I might be growing accustomed to a certain lifestyle. You might have to keep murdering gangsters for me.
There are worse professions. I'm Sebastian Fuchs.
The king of the north.
Okay, he's another one then.
I want you to feel welcome and respected here. To be honest with you, Felix, I don't like many people. The most precious thing a man can find is loyalty. What do you think about this club, Felix?
Are you kidding me? Fucking rocks.
Why am I nervous?
It's yours.
What?
I'll have my lawyers prepare the paperwork in the morning. You can sign them at my place. I'll see you there.
What did he say? He just gave me the club?
As you do.
I think I used to be able to think the way that you do.
Very confused.
I've seen such barbaric things, such cruelty. How can it matter what job it is that I do?
That's why courage is so important. It takes courage to see such terrible things happen and still get up every day and be able to see what is still beautiful.
Oh god. Will sections at the moment are incredibly stressful.
I heard horses.
Eva's grown up. It's beautiful.
Oh god.
Take your pills, dear.
God, I was so close this time. Just saw his wife.
So they're gonna try and track him down.
Okay, but now you need to eat.
Too tired.
Shit.
Kala, I can't get him to eat. Have you tried the oxygenic?
Excuse me.
His reactions are getting very slow. All he does is sleep. We cannot keep this up for much longer. Nami hasn't been able to find out more. What about the records from the facility in Iceland?
Neat's linked some obvious aliases to visas for charter travel, but we still can't tell who's actually running or paying for that company. We can keep digging, but really what we need is something more specific, a direction, a name, a bank account. Will has to get us something more concrete.
You fight so hard for us, but this is not a fight for you alone.
He's just very weak.
How long does he think we can keep hiding?
Don't give up on him. He wouldn't give up on any of us.
God.
that the limits of my language are the limits of my world.
Oh, this is the guy that wrote the book.
More to the point, what evolutionary advantage would our form of communication have over theirs? What couldn't you do if people could read your thoughts? For starters, you couldn't lie.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can we ask you about one of your students? Dr. Matheson.
Matheson? Your name is uncommonly familiar. You written anything I might have read?
We have a picture.
Ah, yes, Matheson. Very bright. What about him?
You don't happen to know how we could reach him?
Oh, that's clever.
Probably haven't heard from him since he left. When was this, the 80s? Now, if you have other questions, you can leave.
He knows more.
I really have to run.
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, try this.
God, that's good.
It's from a farm I used to work on when I was young. I was surrounded by 3 sisters. They used to love my dad's music.
Shh. I told you, the details are dangerous. You could be listening at any moment. Sorry.
I just wish there was another way.
Does she realize she's protecting you to death?
Yeah.
Should I get a shot?
I know you've been watching me.
Good.
Hmm.
But every day brings me that much closer to what I know will be a very satisfying catharsis. I wonder if you've begun to imagine all the possibilities of pain. I have.
Oh, I hate this man.
Well, tell me, Officer Gorski, where am I?
Your nails are manicured. It's not something you do in a small town or a base out in the middle of nowhere. Your suit says city. You want me to be more specific? Well, how about big city plus England equals London?
You don't know where in England.
UK outlet. Same as Singapore, but I haven't felt air conditioning once.
Impressive. However, what your keen powers of observation have failed to glean is that what we do is older than you and older than me. It is not a game. This is a war.
Fuck.
This room is a fake. My suit is a costume. These people are professionals. And you are a fucking amateur.
I don't think I've ever hated a TV character
Is you ready?
more.
We know you never left Iceland.
No, you can't.
The medication labels, all Icelandic. The sound of the sea.
Shit.
3 sisters. But none of that is as colossal a mistake as you hiding here. Is it a church? So like your mother.
Hurry, do it now.
There are very few empty buildings like this one.
Oh, his arm.
You'll hear the sound of a helicopter. And then she's mine.
Shit.
You're safe.
Yeah, but I don't think she is. Oh, that is true. That he could narrow that down, couldn't he? Oh, they did it to him. Oh my god. Oh, they're in Amsterdam. Okay, that makes me feel much better. And now they'll know he's going to Iceland. Maybe.
That's where I think we should go on our first night out.
Sounds perfect.
Oh god, be careful.
Agent man, secret agent man. Oh.
I made a real effort this time.
None of this stuff is exported from Iceland.
That's exactly what they're looking for.
Perfect.
You sure everything's okay, Riles?
I'm good, Papa.
You could never lie to me.
It's difficult, but I believe it'll work out.
Are you sure about this?
Please.
Oh god. Sorry, I just put two and two together.
Yes?
Hi. This is, gonna sound really weird and really awkward and totally inappropriate, and I apologize in advance, but...
You've seen my daughter. You're not the first. The first was a young boy. Will was his name. His father was the detective assigned to my daughter's case.
No one believed me.
He came back to see me after he had graduated to become a policeman.
Let's just say it wasn't easy being the son of a cop. There I am, I'm at graduation. I'm having an out-of-body experience. I'm looking down on myself. I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? They call my name. And I look up, and she was there. I saw her. It had been a long time, but Sarah was there. And I remembered. I remembered why I was there.
We know Sarah through Will.
How is he?
He's been better.
You said there were others who came to talk about Sarah? Is this Dr. Matheson?
Do you know him?
We do.
Such a good man.
No.
How did they meet?
He was her tutor. She was in a gifted student program. He thought the world of Sarah.
Tell her. I've never given up, and I'm gonna get him. All the people hiding behind him. You tell her, I'm gonna get them all.
I know.
So much is going on in this episode, honestly.
Is it?
My mother would bring me here. She'd stare at the tigers. One of the last times we came, she asked,
What do you think she'd do if she ever got out?
Run away. Live in the tear garden. Eat rabbits.
You're an optimist.
What do you think the tiger would do?
Wait a few hours and then go back home.
Cages are hard.
waiting is harder.
Oh god.
Will. Kala! This is it!
Kala, are you okay?
Fine, go back to sleep.
What are we doing?
Nomi!
Come on, hurry.
Almost.
Oh, that arm. Oh god.
Don't mind me, Milton. Are you even listening to me?
I know these buildings.
London.
We were right. I have to go. Please. Nomi, find this guy.
Got it.
I've had it with you crying wolf every time your project comes under scrutiny.
Oh, please, please, please.
He's got kids.
Got it.
Sir, I have a serious problem.
Yes, you do.
Richard Wilson Kroom.
Richard Wilson Kroom.
I'm compromised. I'm compromised. I have to go. Gibbons, I have to go.
Oh, I hope this is real.
You think you're hunting us? We're coming for you.
Oh, the end of that episode was worth it. Oh my god. Goosebumps. So good. Just made me want to cry. It still makes me want to cry. Yes, so we are hunting you. I really, I hope that was real. That wasn't just him making it look like they found him. I really, please let that be real. Like I said during that episode, I don't think I've ever hated a TV show character more than I hate him. I mean, I probably have, but like, yeah, he's definitely in my top 5. Good grief. It felt like so much happened in the episode. Or rather, like, not a lot happened in the episode. It wasn't like a very actiony episode, but there was like a lot of information again. I suppose in a lot of ways it almost felt like the first episode of a season, which I guess it may have been at some point, because like the other one was kind of like a movie, wasn't it? So maybe this is like the setup for the season type of thing. But that was so good. The way that ended, absolutely perfect. Just, the way Will delivered that line as well. And they all, I'm so happy. I know it's not all going to be plain sailing from here on, and there's going to be stuff that happens, but I don't care. That ending, just, yes. Okay, so we found out in that episode that Angelica was working with Whispers at some point. And I feel like it was before. I feel like he either tricked her, because apparently some people think he's quite nice, like Sarah's mum, who we obviously saw at the end there when she was talking about Dr. Matheson. She said he seemed like a really kind, nice guy. And that's obviously not what he is. So he's clearly very good at pretending to be something he's not, and maybe kind of charming people. So I'm hoping that's what he did with Angelica, and that's why they were working together. But they were talking about, I can't remember the name of it now, but they were talking about like something graft. So maybe that's how he's able to control people? Because that would make sense. If he can visit like the normal way, then he can't control that person, can he? He's just observing. That's all he can do. I say all, that's nothing, but you know what I mean? That's what a Sense8 can do. They can visit people if they're not in the same cluster. But that doesn't have anything to do with control. So I do wonder then if this grafting thing, I can't remember, like I said, I can't remember the actual name of it, but I wonder if that allowed him to have control of a person. I don't know. Or maybe he doesn't have control at all. I'm sure that's something we'll find out at some point, but yeah, that was quite interesting. It's also, I'm loving seeing all of the characters just kind of come together for different times, just randomly show up in each other's lives. It's really nice. Nice is a really shit word, but you know what I mean. It just makes me happy. Like when Wolfgang was sat at the zoo then and Sun just randomly showed up next to him and they just started talking. Or not even talking, just sat there kind of just being present with each other. Trouble is, we're getting to the point now, and I know I've literally just started the second season, but I'm very aware that this is the last season, and I think the last episode in this season is quite long, but even so, it's worrying, because like, I want to push ahead and watch more episodes because I love it, but at the same time, I don't want to push ahead because I want to make it last as long as I can. But it's okay. I've got 10 more episodes. 10 more episodes. That's not very much. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. So as always, if you've enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.